Today, I have the honor of welcoming Rashid, the author of about 10 novels, including one based on the paranormal. Since the tragic death of his brother in 2009, Rashid is convinced that he has been a direct witness to paranormal phenomena. Suffering from Parkinson's disease, he tells us about his daily struggle, and one evening in 2022, seized by convulsions, Rashid is going to have an incredible experience. His journey to the other side, his encounter with his deceased brother, will deeply move him and change his outlook on life. Author of the book One Foot in the Unknown, he spends a large part of his time walking around and taking photos that, I admit, are extremely disturbing. Rashid is here to tell us his story. Hello, Rashid.
Hi, Fabrice Rec.
Thank you for being here tonight.
You're welcome. I'm the one who should thank you for giving me this interview.
You were born in '69 in Algeria. You came to France in '71. That's right. You're settled in the Lorraine region.
Yes, in Languillon.
In Languillon, ever since the beginning?
Since the very beginning.
You're also the author of the book One Foot in the Unknown, and you've written other books as well, especially about soccer. Yes, yes.
At the same time, that's right, I've written 3 books about soccer in the region and 5 books about the events in Languillon. A book about the African troops who fought in the French ranks during the wars, and finally One Foot in the Unknown, which deals with altered states of consciousness, in this case near-death experiences.
And unfortunately you have Parkinson's disease?
Indeed, I contracted it after COVID in March 2021 first. I was a victim of COVID. 3 weeks bedridden in a relatively serious condition. I almost didn't make it and I was shaking more and more, and a few weeks later I was diagnosed with Parkinson's disease, so that's it, you have to learn to live with it.
Before we get to this disease, let's first look at the beginning. Are you someone who's passionate about the world of the paranormal? Yes. What made you say, hey, this exists, I believe in it?
Actually, you have to go back to 2009. So after the death of my brother, which happened on June 9, 2009, we went to bury him. In Kabylie, in Algeria, and during the trip back from Algeria, depression started to take hold. So I told myself I need to find something to counter this depression that came on so quickly. I told myself, why not take an interest in what might come after death? So when I got home, I surfed the internet and I unexpectedly came across a documentary about near-death experiences. The idea came to me to go out into the field myself, investigate, look for possible witnesses who might have had this kind of experience, and I found about 30 of them. So one thing led to another, it's normal.
You went to see people in the street, you still looked into some people.
By word of mouth, one person pointed me to another person and so on. And eventually, I managed to find about 30 people.
So you managed to find people who gave their testimony, actually?
Absolutely. So by word of mouth, a witness pointed me to another witness and so on. So I ended up finding about 30 of them. And what's amazing, what's extraordinary is that most of them, can you estimate a percentage? 80% of the witnesses agreed to play along by revealing their identity, so with their faces uncovered, which definitely gives some credibility to the work, yes.
All right, everything is recorded in your book.
Exactly. A Foot in the Known, which was published in 2015.
Was published in 2015 and which
therefore continues to
be sold, to be sold, to be sold. All right, we'll put a link in the video description, okay? Where is it? People will be able to get this book for the price of, if I remember correctly, 22
euros.
All right, very interesting then. So here you've actually included all the testimonies from people who have had near-death experiences.
Absolutely, yes. I also dedicated a chapter to scientists who gave their opinions on the phenomenon, as well as religious figures. But also a section on ancient physics, which is a field that challenges today's scientific paradigms. And a final chapter as well on the paranormal in general, which has always fascinated me.
All right.
Today I do a lot of so.
We'll be right back. From what you're practicing right now, Tell us a bit about the illness. How did you take it when they told you, sir, for a mast, you have Parkinson's disease?
To be honest, Fabrice, I wasn't surprised because I suspected this illness in my surroundings. They told me, no, it's not that, it might be something else. But I felt it. And when the neurologist confirmed the diagnosis, it hit me like a ton of bricks. At first, for sure. Afterwards, I told myself, you have to learn to live with it. And I told myself, there are other people who are sick, so why? Why shouldn't I be sick too? Also, there are children who are born with disabilities who don't have the opportunity to pursue their passions or play sports. Since I had the chance to do it, I don't need to complain.
You're a football lover.
Absolutely. Football has taken up about 35 years of my life. I played mostly in Longuillon, but also in Verdun, in the honor division. Football was a passion that I was especially fond of. What?
What are the things you can't do like before, for example?
It's clear that playing football, for example,
That would be a bit more tricky.
it's tricky today because, considering my age, I'm 55 years old, and on top of that, the illness, which is still a risk factor.
Are you still young?
Yes, that's true, but Parkinson's affects a lot of young people.
We're only 10 years apart. We're only 10 years apart. Parkinson's disease. Can you explain to me exactly what it is?
Actually, it's a disease that that impacts dopamine, so we have a dopamine deficiency, and we compensate for it by taking medication. There are periods called off periods and on periods. When it's on, things are good, the medication works, yes, and when it's an off period, it's very difficult. There are tremors, walking is very difficult, there are a lot of tremors, walking difficulties and balance problems. Speech, dizziness, speech difficulties, indeed, so you have to adapt to it.
So it affects a part of the brain, I think. That's it?
Absolutely, yes.
All right, dopamine, that's exactly it. That's it?
It's gray matter, new protein,
All right.
a region of the brain that involves dopamine. And we can see it through, what do you call them, some kinds of scans, the dopamine transporter scan. And we can actually see this region that's affected by the disease. I'm not very specialized. Yes, I avoid going too deep into it so I don't stay focused on the disease. That's exactly why.
Speaking of that, what is your daily struggle?
My daily struggle is to resist, to be here, and to encourage others who are sick, like me. You have everything.
You have goals?
Always goals. I have
You're always on the move in France.
always on the move. Yes, I try to forget as much as possible. The illness.
You drive?
I drive, I walk, I work, you keep working. For 3 years I have kept working. It's a way for me to say no to the illness, that it won't take over, at least not for now. But every day that she gets up, I'm up, so that's a day one.
It's really great, honestly. I'm impressed.
That's kind.
You have... Did this illness make you feel a bit more reassured in the paranormal field?
Let's say I was already into it, but yes, it did have an impact. But I should still mention that in 2022, I had an epileptic seizure, and during the night I experienced an altered state of consciousness. It's quite curious because after I finished the book, I had this experience in November 2022. And since then I see things.
Tell us about what you experienced.
Actually, I had a seizure during the night. That's what the cardiologist told me, because I thought I had a cardiac arrest, a heart pause. I really wasn't feeling well already during the day. And when I went to see the cardiologist, she told me no. It's not coming from the heart, but it's probably a seizure, as it's very common with Parkinson's. Anyway, I went through this experience and I saw myself floating in levitation. I, who was usually afraid of heights, actually felt very comfortable. The light, it was bright, it was truly a paradise. I saw my brother again, who passed away in 2009, and his face was all lit up. And when my wife woke me up, because she felt I was suffocating, I was upset with her because I was feeling so good. I was upset. She told me, listen, you were suffocating. I'm not going to let you die. Did she react well?
Would you have died if she hadn't intervened?
It's possible, but either way, that's love on another level.
Didn't you want to come back?
Love for me is something very beautiful.
Ah, yes, love is something very beautiful. You experienced a lot of love on the other side.
Indeed, personally, you already feel good. It's a happiness that is, for me, immeasurable. You've experienced it, I never have.
For me, what interests me is knowing if what you experienced matches the feedback you received about your book. Absolutely.
There are correlations, of course, but there are nuances in the experiences. Basically, we find this happiness that is immeasurable, that everyone experiences, this light that can't be described. Then, after that, we change because of this experience. I, who used to have a bit of temptation, a bit materialistic, like everyone else, I think it's society that makes us that way. Since then, I couldn't care less about it.
Not materialistic at all anymore.
Let's just say I'm not chasing after myself, you know? Walking in the woods, seeing streams, trees, birds, that's enough for me.
We're going to get back to what you're doing a lot of right now. You're there, you walk around places, often cemeteries but also unlikely places, and you take photos at random. Why do you do that?
Since that experience, I had already had a first experience before, but the experience in November 2022 intensified everything. These visions I have, especially when I take photos, I also see them at the UNU, but the photos are still quite something. It's still a tangible support when I show people they're really there.
What's on your photos?
You know very well, Fabrice, yes.
But tell them, what's on your photos?
I capture the deceased, I capture animals, I capture really incredible things.
Incredible.
Especially within me, I can't understand it. Personally, I tell myself there must be a great intelligence up there, but it's not possible.
You take pictures anywhere?
Anywhere. So once, as a little anecdote, I was at St. Agatha Church to take some. I was filming the church, the walls, to make faces appear. And suddenly there was an incredible light that came over the church. So I took out my phone to film this light. And in this light, there is my horse, totem. So I need to explain to people what that is, a totem animal, which is kind of a protective guide. My horse, whom I called Sibel. Don't ask me why, that's the beginning. Instantly, and he appeared in front of me, he came down and my brother appeared. So I took the picture, I've already shown it, Fabrice, and when I looked at the picture again, one happiness hiding another, I saw my mother with him, and there was a baby between them, who was undeniably my sister, who died in 1962 at the age of 6 months. So she appeared as a baby maybe to show me. Since I knew I had lost an older sister at the age of 6 months, she appeared at that age. It's incredible. It's mind-blowing. You think, what's going on? There's something there.
Have you ever succeeded? I know you post a lot on Facebook. Have there been people who said, hey, that's someone from my family?
Yes, there are people.
Has that ever happened to you?
Yes, who think they've recognized members of their family. Afterwards, well, it's pretty complicated because there can be people who look alike. But as an anecdote, one of the Bogdanov brothers, whom I managed to capture not very long ago, so in Longuillon, in the sky. I was talking about him, well, about the Bogdanov brothers, 2 or 3 days before with a friend, specifically to explain a bit, to talk a bit about what we call the Akashic records, which contain the archives of the universe of life. And I took a picture of the sky, seeing a shape forming, taking shape, and I realized that it was Grishka Bogdanov. You can clearly recognize him in the photo I showed you. I think he doesn't have many lookalikes, so it's hard to be mistaken. Ah, yes, there you go.
It's impressive.
Yes, it's impressive, honestly. For me, at least, that's my opinion. It's a language that, for me, there is life after death.
How do your loved ones react to your illness, do they say? Are you overreacting or not?
No, because from the moment my passions take up space, well, an important place in my daily life. It allows me to forget about the illness, and that's a good thing, because if you dwell on the illness, that's when you have to fight it, that's when you give up, actually. Okay, if you always think about the illness, about being depressed, it's not much. It's like suicide, right? No, I forget about it. Sometimes I tell myself I don't even have the illness.
Do you have a daily treatment?
Yeah, I have a daily treatment, I take it so, but I just tell myself I was still lucky enough to play sports, play guitar, create books, and give lectures. There are children who are born paralyzed, who die very young. I don't know, people are going to pity me.
Even in misfortune, you feel lucky.
Why should others be sick and not me? So you have to accept it. Anyway, sooner or later, we're all going to go. Whether it's from an illness or an accident, we have to go. But you shouldn't think about that. You have to, every day.
You have to go for it. You have to get up,
You have to do what you want to do. You have to get up. I like getting up, going to the stream, seeing the water. Yeah, seeing the sky. It's amazing.
Do you like nature?
I love nature. It's amazing.
All right, do you walk him every day?
Almost.
Yes, even if it's raining.
Yeah, it's happened to me in the rain. But sometimes I watch little documentaries on television, of course.
It's good.
Sometimes I also go watch a soccer match.
Which team do you support?
At the professional level, I don't really have a favorite.
Not really a big team, no, but I support the French national team.
Absolutely. Of course, whether they win or lose, yes, definitely. Proof of that? It's our country, so...
Absolutely.
But you must stay present even when things go badly.
Absolutely, I completely agree with you.
You shouldn't be chauvinistic either. Well, with the Euro, you have to admit that Spain deserved their victory. Yes, it's disappointing, but that's sports. You have to know how to...
There are players who are on and players who are off.
You have to know how to win, but you also have to know how to lose. You have to accept it.
You told me about a charity for Parkinson's disease.
Eventually, in the future, if I can go get treatment in Switzerland...
All right.
To do what is called deep brain stimulation, all right? I think there are even more modern methods today, science. Then you have to plan ahead, because the disease can leave you disabled overnight. Absolutely. So you have to prepare the ground. Because if tomorrow I can't work anymore, the pensions, the disability salaries, that would be tough.
Need a connection? We can help?
Well, I'm not the type to ask for a no.
No, but it's...
More about selling my books. Yes, the profits will go towards my illness. All right then.
It's, all right.
From that perspective...
You didn't make a kitty or anything, right?
I agree.
No?
So you...
You would have preferred that we buy your book?
My book? That if some people who don't really like Parliament, who also, for example, like the history of the world wars, with the participation of colonial troops in the ranks, the French army, I think it's a subject that needs to be talked about today.
That's all, Your Honor?
Because it's like men who sacrificed themselves for France and have been somewhat forgotten. I wrote a book called The Torn Silence. You can find it on Amazon.
You'll give me all the links and I'll add them to the video description. You can check them there. Later, you can use this money to help yourself. You'd also like to go to Switzerland to see these ads?
That's part of my plans.
It's a new thing.
See? An operation that involves inserting electrodes into the brain, which allows you to regain some motor function. Indeed, at least 10 years.
It has already been tested and tried in Switzerland.
They didn't take it. Yes. I thought you meant me. I have to wait a while since I've been sick for 3 years, so I need to wait at least 4 or 5 years.
You notice you tremble more during movements.
There are times, moments of stress. When it's cold, I still tremble. There are times, indeed, like I said earlier, the off periods, the waiting periods.
On period. There, you're fine.
Sometimes during the day there can be a period, in a single day there can be an off period and an on period.
And then you need to take a break, you need to focus.
I need to focus to relax, and then I walk a bit, for example.
Everything. Your limbs are shaking.
Especially the left hand.
Left hand.
Sometimes my legs bother me and it's hard to walk, even though I used to be.
Very happy to run.
Athletic, I could run for miles, but now if I manage to do 1 or 2 laps around my neighborhood running very slowly, that's already not bad.
And that's possible. The illness, will it stagnate?
With the treatment, it slows down, but after a while, there's a change of medication until the day when the medications no longer work. At that point, it will be necessary
It's incurable, basically.
Yes, it's incurable, let's not mince words, but well, he lives.
Yes, yes.
Anyway,
You have a lot of courage, huh? Anyway.
we have to accept it anyway, we don't have a choice. And then, if I don't die from this, normally people don't die from it, but still, if we die, we have to die from something. We have to leave because of something. Anyway, we'll go on to something better.
You're going to write another book?
I'd really like to actually tell my story through it.
I think your book would do well, given all you've been through.
Yeah, but well, I've already written 10 books.
You've written 10 books. You're the author of 10 books.
10 books, it's very exhausting, it's like a leg. Yeah, well, why not, we'll see, but considering the illness, it's a bit more complicated, it's a bit more, well, why not? You should never say, I'll never drink from that fountain.
No, that's true. And then there are still, I think, many years left. Well,
we hope so, we hope so. I want to see my daughter grow up after all. I have 3 children, so I have a granddaughter. I just became a grandfather, so I want to see her grow up.
you'll see her for sure. We still have plans to make together.
I hope so, yes.
Because I'd really like to go with you and see what you do in the cemeteries when you take on projects.
I follow your videos a lot. I follow you regularly, but I think you deserve to have more viewers because I admire your work. And your modesty, I mean, you're someone, I'm saying this sincerely, you're very humanistic.
Thank you.
You deserve to have more.
I have the best. That's why I have the best on the internet.
I still noticed that you had about half a vision.
Yeah, that's it. It's not bad.
But you deserve better more.
That means a lot. Anyway, we're making plans. This little report I'm going to do about you, I'll follow you with my camera when you take pictures here and there, and this video that I'll post on Sunday, we'll do another video like that. Yes. Okay, what do you think? Can you tell us a bit about how you get these faces, these shapes that appear on your phone? Well, listen.
It's impressive, without false modesty.
The one of the lady in Marville, there's that one, send it to me. I need to bring it up again.
I was in Marville, I stood in front of that grave, and I saw a figure appear in front of me like that, looking at me as if she was asking for something. I think that from what I felt, she was looking for light. I work a lot, I'm a worker of light, so I stared at her while praying and she slowly went away. But it's true that, but did you manage to take a picture of her? Yes, the photo, I still can't believe it even today, it's incredible. So it's a woman, if I look at the grave, who died in 1874, from what I feel, it's a woman who inhaled something as if it was a suicide. I don't know, ether. And you can read that her husband was a pharmacist. It's curious, okay, it's crazy, yes. So in 1874, that goes back a long way. But Marville, it's a cemetery that still holds some. You would have seen the Virgin there too, right? No, the Virgin. Actually, it's more like a photo I took of the sky. Ah, it's a photo in the sky. Not the one I showed you earlier, the one I posted on Facebook. I took it back then, I was living at the Canadian, I took a photo of the sky. Well, several, there were 7 or 8, and when I went back home I felt strange, you know? Well, strange, but in a good way. It was a kind of euphoria like that, and when I looked at the photos, there were 7, they were all white, there was nothing. And in the last one, there was an entity appearing in the middle, yeah, with a lot of light around it. It really looked like. There are mediums, well, 2 mediums that I know who told me. They said they're women who told me it was the Virgin Mary. She's an icon I admire a lot, that I often go to see. At the grotto of Longuillon, yes, you don't touch the Virgin Mary. See, a great symbol, so like a best friend basically. Well, for me there's my mother, my daughter, my wife, and then I also rely on the Virgin Mary. She's the mother of humanity, a great lady. The way you talk about her, it seems like she spoke to you. Does that move you? I don't have the arrogance to say that, because yes, but her, there's a kind of fusion, there was something, but when did that something happen? It was once it was when I was coming back from the Vosges. I was on vacation 2 years ago, and I went to the cave, so same to meditate, you know, to yes. And when I was leaving, I looked at the sky, there were lights of all colors, but it's indescribable. These are lights you don't find here. For 10 minutes I was in ecstasy, and it comes from her. It's a shame. I'm sure there are a lot of things like that. After all, it's about belief. Everyone, yes, everyone can interpret it as they want. Absolutely, they can have their own way of seeing things. But it's strange that when I go to see her and then leave, or when I'm up there, something always happens. Yeah, I showed you the rest of the candles. You can talk a bit earlier. Yes. Well, so let me explain how it happened. I was there. It's recent, just a few days ago. So same thing. Well, the Virgin's Grotto, all quiet. And there's a prayer that starts up there, music, a prayer song dedicated to the Virgin Mary. And suddenly it stopped and Fun Radio started playing. No, I thought. Really, to turn it on? No, actually, it starts automatically when you get close. Ah, okay. It's a USB key that's set up lower down near the church in the parish hall, and it starts automatically. So I called the person in charge and informed him about what had just happened. Well, he must have thought Rashid is out of his mind, but he went to check the next day. Fortunately, it had been triggered. Otherwise, he would have said, Rashid is crazy, right? Yes. And Fun Radio started up again, okay, and I went back again the next day saying, well, in front of the Virgin, I said, can you imagine what if the prayer had been triggered? Normally, people would have thought I was crazy, but Fun Radio started up again. I think it came from her. I don't know what came over me. He watches me looking at the candles that are near the entrance of the grotto. Yes, and I look. Then I took a picture, and that picture is something crazy. You can see something like the Virgin with a person bowing before her. You could make it look like Bernadette Soubirous bowing before the Virgin. Actually, it's something extraordinary. If we had seen an animal, we could say it was just a coincidence, but here you can see something like the Virgin. You can show the photo with the person bowing next to it, and what's more, it's in the Grace Cave.
It's still crazy.
It's phenomenal.
Of course.
Afterwards, I'm not here to do...
No, but we're here to talk about your experiences. Me?
I want to help those who are sick, like me, those who have lost a loved one, a child, those who have grieving mothers. I'm thinking especially recently of Longuillon. When you lose a child, it's something terrible.
Cruel.
Even if you cling to faith and all that, it still remains...
It's heartbreaking.
It's heartbreaking, but I still want to tell these grieving mothers not to lose hope, that they will see their child again.
Yes, you really want to help people, a lot.
Ah, but that's for sure.
You can feel it. There's a lot of love in you.
Rashid, but you have to.
You have to. I feel a tremendous amount of love.
You have to. What's the point? What's the point when I see people who, just to earn a little money, are ready to do anything? No, I'm not against people making money, but they should do it honestly. Yes, absolutely. And then it's not just that, right? Yes, well, unfortunately you need money to live.
We have no choice. This is our system.
Alive, the system that's set up like this. But well, someone who earns money honestly and thinks about helping others too, that would be, it's good, it's interesting, it's very good. You have to eat to live, not live to eat. Moliere's saying...
I'll stop on that beautiful phrase. It's wonderful.
That's kind. Thanks. Goodbye.
We'll remember your book, One Foot and a Stranger, so this book will be available in the description of this video. There will be links where you can buy it for 22 euros. And I can tell you that it's very, very interesting. Having read it and all these testimonies throughout this work.
I would maybe like to say one last thing. Of course, we didn't talk about religion, but I just wanted to say that actually there is only one religion. There is only one religion. There are 3 paths that lead to the same place. Yes, but religions need to learn to live together, to coexist, to live together. I think we're all going to live in the same place.
In the end.
Personally, I don't practice, but I always take a bit from each religion to make,
based on your experiences, your own religion.
Your own belief. For me, I'm more spiritual, connected to spirituality. But I think that people should live together and not tear each other apart like we see nowadays. It's terrible.
I completely agree with you. Yes, exactly. This book is available. In the video description, there's a link where you can buy it. It's really very interesting. There you go. I highly recommend it to you. Rashid, thank you. No, thank you. Well, listen, having this testimony, I felt a lot of emotion during these minutes of conversation. I really wish you all the best.
Same for you.
We'll meet again since we have projects together.
There's no problem. Whatever you want.
And then I'll see you next time then.
Well,
There's no problem. What a moving testimony. There was really a lot of emotion today. Thank you, Rashid, for coming. Thank you for your story and everything you've been through. I wish you all the best, as well as to all your loved ones. If you want to buy this book, go to the video description. You'll find Rashid's email link to get the book. It's time for me to leave you now. I'm leaving you from the camera, but not from the heart, to the core. And above all, love each other, damn it.